If you want to hop on Retatrutide, make sure to watch this video first because I've been on it for 3 weeks now and I've adapted extremely well. There are a couple things that I want to talk about that made a huge difference for me that I don't really see a lot of people talking about. I'm currently taking Retatrutide and I'm taking GHK-Cu. It's been just over 3 weeks for me on both of these peptides. Before I share my amazing and actually surprising results, I want to go over a couple of things that helped me a lot. As for Retatrutide, a lot of people will take 1 milligram immediately. And this is something that I didn't want to do. Some people jumped into taking 1 milligram of Retatrutide straight away, and I didn't want to do that because after researching, I found out that the people that did this also got to experience some of the negative side effects like nausea, bloating, and often feeling dizzy. So over here, I'll put a list of what I took and when I took it. And I started on 0.25 milligrams, which is really nothing, but it was just for my body to get used to this peptide. Only 3 days later, I took another 0.25 milligrams because I honestly wanted to start on 0.5. And then 3 days later after that, I took 0.5. And after that 0.5, I actually didn't take anything for a whole week. And that was actually quite interesting to me because what I found out was that on the day 5 and 6 mark, I started feeling a little more hungry again. I let it be for what it was because I wanted to experience a full week as a regular dosing schedule. Then on November 10th, I took another 0.5, and on November 16th, only 6 days later, I took another 0.5. And the reason I did that was because I started feeling a lot more hungry than usual. And that was actually without experiencing many of the negative side effects. What I did notice after the third 0.5 dosage was that my energy got a little sluggish, but nothing too crazy. And then now, 3 days later on the 19th, I took another 0.5 dose this morning and I adapted pretty damn well. So the point I'm trying to make is that I think that dosing every 3 to 4 days is going to be quite optimal for your schedule because Retatrutide's half-life is roughly 160 hours, which means that after 5 to 6 days, you start getting hungry again. But then by pinning again, you create this huge spike that also goes down again, which gives you the side effects, which goes down again, and then you get hungry again. So if you dose every 3 to 4 days, for me personally, it is going to be a lot better. Something that I want to mention, which I think is very important in these first 3 weeks, these first 3 weeks were not really for me to lose weight, even though I did, and I'll be sharing that with you at the end. But it was more of an adaptation period, where I just let my body get used to the peptide, and I got to experience the full spectrum of side effects and benefits. And this was all in very low dosage, so it was great for me to experiment with that. Now after 3 weeks, I'm going to be entering my weight loss phase, and this is where I'll be upping the dose, and every 3 to 4 days I will be taking 0.5 milligrams until I feel the need to take more, which honestly, if I'm predicting it right, I won't need for another 2, maybe 3 weeks. I'm also taking GHK-Cu every single day, and that's why I'm not really afraid of pinning more frequently, because I think that's kind of the drawback, no pun intended, for a lot of people to not pin as frequent and rather stay to, I'll just do it once a week. It's more safe, it feels less weird and alien. Honestly, I think the results are going to be better if you do it more frequently on a lower dose. So Reta has been pretty great for me, even though I have not lost any crazy weight. But on GHK-Cu, I actually started noticing a lot of benefits like improved skin, more tight and firm, like all around my body, to be honest. And my hair quality also seems to have improved, even though, you know, I think I've never really had an issue with my hairline or with anything hair related. I noticed my nails, they're very strong. Also never really noticed anything with that. And the reason I'm taking GHK-Cu, holy, that was my microphone. The reason I'm taking GHK-Cu is because I want to improve my skin quality. I'm 26 years old. My natural collagen production is dropping, and I just want to preserve my youth. So for the weight loss, I started weighing in the morning at 109 kgs, which is roughly 240 pounds. I'm a tall guy. I'm 200 centimeters or 6'6" and a half. I'm not going to say 6'7". I just did. And now I'm weighing in at 231 pounds. So that's like a 9-pound loss, 4 kilos. I think that's quite magical in only 23 days, roughly 3 weeks. It didn't take me any effort. I actually haven't even been working out as much as I used to. And I surely didn't go for any like long walks, which I would have done before in any other weight loss period of mine. So a short summary, just start off lower and give your body the adaptation. Consider pinning more frequently, even though you may not like the needle. And use this adaptation period to really fix your diet. Because honestly, you don't need a peptide to lose weight. It's all about what you eat anyway. So why would you need a peptide if you can fix your diet? But some people really can use something like this to suppress the food noise. And that's why I think the first 3 to 4 weeks are a great adaptation period for you to acclimate to taking any sort of peptide, and especially a GLP-1. Let your body adapt and then go into a fat loss period. Be strategic about it. Don't be an idiot. That's pretty much it. And that's all I wanted to talk about for this week's update. And I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want to drop any comments down below, feel free to do so. Join my Discord where we discuss self-improvement, fitness, even some peptides here and there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace out, guys. Why do I do that finger thing, man?